right? So what is yesterday's last session number? Okay, so 13. So yesterday we were working with understanding of creating the project. So we came to know how to create the project, right? Okay, so yesterday we were done with doing the project, how to create the project here, and then we saw how to understand. We understood the Git architecture case. That was the second thing we done, and we spoke about that three layer stuff, which is very important for your understanding. And we started creating a repo, and in that repo we started understanding how to do a commit. Now proceeding from there, we'll continue now. So this is a mission. Let me start. So always guys, one recommendation is before you join the class, or just always check your WhatsApp message. So like this, you might sometimes get the message from me that I am stuck on call. Okay. So I logged in. I am planning to get this, activate the internet. Then I'll say hostname hyphen capital I. It is 15 guys. So today's session will be somewhat interesting for you also. You'll feel interesting guys today. Okay, so we are here. So let's say our repo cd is batch 31 ls-l. So we have that is what. So what I'll do is today we'll start understanding how to create multiple files and how we go ahead and commit the multiple files. Okay. So let's say I'm creating multiple files now. I'll say touch. So touch is a Linux command which will help you to create multiple files. Guys. It can also capable of creating empty files also. So touch, let's say file 3, okay, space file 4, space file 5. So I'm creating three files now here. And when I type git status, technically you can see this files ls-l, you can see file 3, file 4, and 5 file. So these are empty files. You can see the size is 0, 0, 0, 0. Empty files. Now I'll say git status. So I got three files here, 1, 2, and 3. Now what you're going to do is, okay, when I want to commit all these three files, right? I want to put them into the tracking. So I'll say git add. Okay, let me close this. Okay, so we'll say git add. I'll say file 3 space file 4 and space file 5. So I'm adding three files, guys. 3. Okay, we missed here. 4 and 5. So the files went into the staging. You can see we got that 3 new files came into the staging. That's the reason you see an unstaged board. Then I want to commit. So I'll say -m added 3 files. Added 3 files. What are those? File number 3, space file number 4, and space file number 5. That's it. Done. Are we clear on how to send the multiple files? Shall I do one more example? One more example quickly, can I do? Okay. So again, touch. Let's say file number 6, file number 7, file number 8. I've created 3 files, guys. Touch file 6, 7, and 8. Then I'll say I want to check whether the files exist or not. So you can see 6, 7, 8 are there, right? Then I will say git status. Technically, it will say that okay, 6, 7, and 8 are not under tracking because you did not apply version control system. So to bring this files 6, 7, and 8 under the tracking system, we should add git add file 6, file 7, file 8. I repeat, you need to say git add file number 6, file number 7, and file number 8. Got it now? Done. Now, where did this file go now? Tell me, guys. Once you put into the add, where should these files go? This file should go into the staging area or indexing. One and the same, index or a stage. So verify that by using git status command. You see 6, 7, and 8 have come here. Now I want to go ahead and commit this. So I'll say git commit. Okay. And -m. -m, guys. -m is to give a message. So write a message here. I'll say added 6, 7, 8 files. Just in a short word I'm writing. Then I'll say file number 6, then file number 7, and file number 8. Right, our commit message was spelling mistake. Yeah, git commit. Okay. So you can see on the screen it is git commit -m, and we gave the message and we spoke about the files 6, 7, and 8, and press enter. It's done. Are we clear on this? Anuja, are you clear? Arjun, Atif, Chamundeshwari. Okay, nice. Then go ahead and take this into your books quickly. 1 minute of time. Quickly take this transaction into your books. Okay, Divya, is it done? Ekta, Naik. Okay, fine. Now let's move on, guys. So the next use case is, so we just came to know how to push one single file, and we now came to know how to push multiple files. Now third scenario is, what if you have the multiple files, but it is huge. The head count is very huge, guys. Maybe you would have 50 files, or maybe you have created 50 files, or let's say some 100 files, or let's say 200 files. Now, do you think you guys have patience, first of all, patience to type those file names? No, right? So technically, you have to be, see, guys, if I ask very fairly, it is possible. You have to be very patient enough to type all those file names, but that is not the thing of IT. So to overcome this problem, Git has given a shortcut for us. Okay. So that shortcut is use case of a dot. We have to use a dot. Clear? I'll show you how to use it now. So let's try. Replicate the situation. So I'm clearing the screen. Let's start the game once again. So as of now, we have only 8. Okay. So what I'll do, I'll wantedly create some files. So let's say touch F9, file number 9, F10, F11, F12, F13, F14, F15. You should imagine that I have created some 50 files. Imagination. Okay, 50 files. Then if I go ahead and type ls-l, I will see some whatever files I just created, right? 9, 10, 11, 12, up to 15. So our imagination is like 50. Imagination is like 50. Now if I go ahead and type git status, what you're expecting? What are we expecting here, Mohanty? What are we expecting, Kavya? What message are you guys expecting? That is what I want. Does it say untracked or right? No, it is not staging. No. So it will say definitely the files are untracked. Correct? Because these are new files. So you see it? Git status. You got it now? You have to follow the subject, then you'll able to understand them well. So it says untracked. So these are all the files which are untracked. So if it is untracked, what does it mean? Git is not bothering. Am I right? Git is not at all bothering them. So if you want to put them into the tracking system, or if you want to apply the version control system on it, then we say git add. That is what the purpose of git add. So to bring them under controlling system or VCS. So literally you need to type all these files. That is what we do. Normally we'll say F9, F10, F11, F12. Likewise, as per our imagination, you can type up to 50, but that is not the case here. So let's go ahead and try our shortcut. Technically, you can type the file names, guys, but I don't want you to type the file name. Just start using dot here instead of typing all those file names. So what happens is when you attach the dot in add command, I repeat, when you attach the dot in add command, it is going to pick up all the files which are untracked, currently untracked, and put them in staging. That is what it is going to do. See, now go ahead and check it. You see it went, all these files went into the staging or not? You got it, Kirti, what I'm talking? Kumar Babu, Stravia. Are you following me, guys? Yeah. So they went into the staging now. Okay. Now, Once they went into the staging, our next duty is to put them into the commit area or do a commit. So we'll say git commit -m. I'll say added files from 9 to somewhat 15. And again, same story applies. You can type F9 space F10 space F11, likewise up to 15, or our as per imagination is 50. But we don't want to try all those things. So here also you can apply the dot here. So now the understanding varies. So if you attach the dot in the commit command, what happens is it is going to pick up all the files which are staged, which are in the staging, and puts them into the commit area. That's it. See, it picked up all those files. Got it now? And it is done. Now, when you check the Git status, it says everything is clean and green. Our working directory is clean. Understood now so far? Now, this experimentation, does it help you to understand how to push multiple files? Multiple files, see 1 or 2 or 3, you will be very happy to type it. That's okay. But if you have 10-15 files and you cannot spend like a few minutes or few hours there figuring out what is a file name and typing, literally observing, so that looks like a little stress work. So let's go ahead and use the dot in that case. Got it now? So this will be very handy case, I'm telling you frankly. So what in some use cases what happens is you will have some folder, maybe in that folder they want you to initiate the Git project, and already you'll have 200 or 300 files over there and you have to commit them. So if you don't know this kind of shortcut, what happens, you know? So you will start typing all those 300 file names. So that is what danger thing here. Got it? Yes. Nayak, for your question, the answer is yes. So please take down this transaction, guys. So for touch also you have the shortcut that your trainer will train you. Your Imran trainer will train you. Linux classes, you will learn that. In the Linux, not to be worried. He will tell you. Take down this use case, guys, quickly into your book. 1 minute of time. Then we'll move on with different thing. You can do that, Rajat. Okay. So let's see what is next concept for us. So we're done with this. Okay. So this working directory is clean. Okay. So let's jump into this concept now. So I'm clearing the screen. So before understanding working directory is clean, right? We need to understand how to check the files. So this is our next way of understanding. You need to know how to check the files, what are there in working copy or working directory. And you need to know how to check what are the files that are there in staging. And you need to know what are the files that are there in commit area. Make sense? You getting the point, guys, what I'm talking? So next concept of understanding is, so if you want to know what is there in your working copy or working directory, or if you want to know what is there in staging, or if you want to know what is there in commit area, now the following commands should be applied. So let's see. I want to know what is there in working copy or working directory. This is a command you should apply. That's it. Normal operating system command you should apply. ls-l. How many files do you see? Head count. What is the head count of the files, guys? Head count of the files. English. It's not 8. It's not 8, guys. It's 15. Okay. Head count means you need to count how many files are there. So in total, there are 15 files are there. Okay. So the command looks like is ls-l. At this point, there are 15 files. Okay. I just written here so that you'll understand. Now, if I want to know what are the files that are there in staging, at this point, you guys tell me, guys, do we have any files in the staging? Think logically. Did we keep any file left out in the staging? See, whatever we kept in the staging, we definitely have pushed into the commit, right? So technically the answer is no. Technically the answer is no. So you don't have any straight command in the Git which can tell you how many files you have in the staging. But there is an alternate way. That command is git status. You don't have any direct command which can tell you what are there in the staging, guys. So you need to depend on this guy, Chitragupt, that is git status only. So you're working, it is telling that your working directory is clean. Okay, so keep that in mind. So at this point of time, we know that it is 0 only, right? Do you agree? Do you agree? Because whatever we were creating, everything we were trying to move into the commit area only. So that's the reason that is 0. And we were using git status. Now, what are the files that are there in commit area? What are the files that are there in commit area? So if you want to know what are the files that are there in commit area, then you need to fire a command called git ls. I forgot, 1 second. So git ls-l, or what is this? Yeah, git ls-files. Yeah. So git ls-files. This is a command. So this is a command which can tell you what are the files that are in commit area. Am I clear? How many files do you see in the commit area, guys? What is the head count? 15. Do you agree, Kumar and Shravya, Maninder, Mayuri? Is it 15? Yeah, definitely it is 15 only. So I'll update here. Okay. So the command is git ls-files. Please copy this into your book now. So the command to know, right, what are there in working copy or working directory, operating system command you should use. That is ls-l. So I told you how many are there. In the staging, you don't have any command. That's the reason we are using an alternate one, that is git status. So git status message It will show you guys if you have any files in the staging, definitely it will show that files and tell you that those are in staging, but we are not getting that message, right? The next, if you want to see what is there in commit area, then you should try out a command called git ls-files. Make sense? Copy this into your book. These are the commands, guys. Maunika, are you understanding the subject? Nagireddy, Nayak. So yeah, I told you now we'll come back to the subject. So it is not move, it is copy. We'll come back to the architecture shortly. Once again. Then you'll get clarity, Nayak. Okay. Now here the point of interesting is the point of interesting is, so sometimes when I try git status, I'm getting a message that says working directory is clean. Did you observe that? Here. I'm getting nothing to commit. Working directory is clean. Got it now? So now the question comes is, why do you get this message? Why do you get this message? Simple. Condition number 1, there are some rules. If that rules are satisfied, then you'll get that message. Condition number 1, if the files or the content that is sitting in working copy or working directory, if it is equal to the files and the content that is sitting in commit area. That's the logic. This is the first condition. Second condition, the number of files or the content, okay, that is sitting in staging should be equal to 0. When the condition 1 and when condition 2 is true, then you'll get working directory is clean. You see, guys, just an example. Just a few minutes ago, we tried WC LSFNL, we got 15 and 15. Condition 1 is satisfied. Tell me. Do you agree condition 1 is satisfied here? See here 15, here also 15. Condition 1 is satisfied. Let's talk about condition 2. In staging, we had 0, right? 0 files. So both conditions are true. That's the reason the working directory is clean. Now, let me do the experimentation, 1 or 2 samples so that you'll understand. So at this point of time in working directory, how many files are there? How many files are there? 15. I'll add one more wantedly. So I'll say file number 16. I'm experimenting. I'll write some, let's say states, guys. Okay. Some states.txt. I'll write some South Indian states. Okay. So I will say AP, TS, Karnataka, Kerala, Tamil Nadu. Anything South states more? Any more South Indian states? I guess we can also add Goa. Kerala we added. KL, Karnataka, TS, AP. Yeah. I think these are only states we have. So I'm going ahead and saving them. Right. Then Do you agree that in working directory, the head count became 16? Shankar, do you agree that head count in working copy or working directory became 16? Yes? Yep. So I'll update it here. Okay. It became 16. Now I'll go ahead and try get status. What are we expecting here? Do you think it will say working directory is clean? It will not tell. So what is going to tell now? What it is going to give? So it will definitely tell that, okay, it is untracked. We have some untracked. Got it now? So we get this message only when you create a new file, guys. New file. Keep in mind, new file you create, you'll get untracked. So file number 16, it's a new file. You want to track, apply the ECS. Yeah, git add, apply on file number 16. So I said add file number 16. Now, so where this file go? Staging. Now here one understanding of improvement is required. So I am assuming that so far you guys are thinking that it is moving. Do you agree? Right? You guys are thinking that it is practically moving. But the fact is it is not. So whatever the file number 16 that is there in working copy, what add command will do, it creates a copy of that file. Okay. Copy of file number 16, exact copy, and puts that file in staging now. You clear? So file number 16, whatever there in working copy, when you say add, instead of entirely moving a file, it creates a copy of the file 16 and puts them in the staging. So let's go ahead and do it now. Right? So now check it, git status. How many files will be there in the staging, guys? Please tell me. How many files will be there in staging? Is it 1 or is it 16? It's only 1 because we just added only one file now currently. So it is 1. See, only 1. Now can I update my sheet now here? Can I say it is 1? Right? It is 1 now. Okay, I'm updating my statistics. Then after into the staging, what I'll do is I'll go ahead and commit -m and I'll say added file number 16. Right? It's done. Okay. Now, how many files you should expect in commit area? 16 now. So let's count them. Okay. Now, one more understanding improvement here. You need to write all these points in your notes, guys. So the file number 16, which was sitting in the staging, right? When you applied the commit or git commit command, what is happening is it is trying to move the file from stage to commit area. You understood? So add is trying to create a copy. Commit is trying to move. So the actions are different. So commit is moving the file. That's the reason. So when the moment you apply the commit, what happens is the file which is sitting in the staging will move into the commit area. So it becomes a 16 here and it becomes a 0. Make sense? Understood the simple mathematics here? So in the stage it becomes 0 and in the commit area it becomes 16 now. You can check, right? You have the 16th file also here. So now, can I say that now apply this logic, right? Now, do you see the condition 1 is satisfied? Is it true? Yes. Now, how about the condition number 2? Is it satisfied? Is it true? What do you think, Pawan? Bhagat? Is it true? Yeah, that is also true. So I already told you that when the condition 1 and the condition 2 both are true, both should be true, guys, then definitely you'll get this message that says working directory is clean and nothing to commit. So let's try now. Got it now? And this is the one of the toughest questions you'll face in the Git as an experienced person. So when you say that you claim experience, a lot of experience, they will trouble you on this logic only. How come you'll get this working directory is clean? What is the logic behind it? So you need to be aware of the behind scenes of what is happening like this. Clear? So take down this example quickly. Shall we do one more example? So let's do one more example, guys. Okay. So let me clear the screen. Let me do it once again. ls-l. Let's start the game. You have file number 16. Again, I'm creating one more. I'll say touch F17. Right? ls-l. Definitely will have file 17 here. So that means my head count became 17 here. And I'll apply the git add. And I'm moving file number 17. Git add file number 17. What does it say? Okay, we said okay F17 now. So hold on. So git add F17. That's the file name is F17. So done. Now git status. See, the file went into the staging, and you'll see an unstaged message here. It indicates that it went into the staging. Now I'm ready to commit. So I'll update the data statistics. So it became 1. Now commit added F17 file number 7. Okay, can I use a dot here? Can I use a dot? Yeah, we can use it instead of typing the file name. Nothing wrong, right? It's done. So now what happens is it becomes a 0 and it becomes 17. That's it. Now when you try the git status, everything is clean and green. Now you guys did not get it out why you have to do all these jungle things like for move, keep the file there, move there, and then commit. So now we have to go back to the architecture. So think like a developer, guys. So think like you guys imagine yourself as like a developers. So what they do is developers or any person who is working with the code, they'll start developing the code in a working copy or working directly there. And once they feel that the code has been finished, and they will push into the staging area. In the staging area, the purpose of putting the file into the staging area is to verify everything. In some organizations, in some projects, what they do is they will set up the build process upon the staging area. Okay. If the file is somewhat correct, right? If the file is fine or no errors in the code, then as a developer, I'll go ahead and commit it now. You getting the point? I'll go ahead and commit it. So that's the reason we have. Even in the government officers, guys, let's see, I'll tell you example of normal. So let's say in government office, so let's say superior boss told, he called his clerk, okay, and asked him to prepare a, let's say, a notification document. Notification document. So what clerk does? Clerk at his desk, okay, he will just go ahead and make some document of notification, whatever it is. Do you think he will straight go ahead and publish it on, put it on the board? Just think, guys, a clerk who is given a job of, let's say, simple document, do you think he has powers to just go ahead and directly put it on the board? No. What he does, he takes a document and go to his supervisor and ask him to verify. You understood? Supervisor is what he is trying to verify. Okay, he will check the document, and if any corrections are required, he will ask the clerk, okay, make these corrections and come back. So once the corrections are made, again supervisor verifies. If he is happy, then he goes and gives the permission, please go ahead and publish. Make sense now? You have to simulate the situation likewise. A developer who writes a code, once he is done with his coding, or once he feels that he has done his contribution, then he puts them into the stage. In the stage, technically, he will have a second eye. You can say second eye, or he's trying to verify whether it is everything is good. Once he feels that it is good, then he will go ahead and commit it. So once he commits, commit is nothing but saving the state of the file, right? Each commit is going to have a ID, commit ID. Each file is going to have a commit ID, guys. And that commit ID will act as a reference. I'll show you a small example how this works, right? You can see, right? So just now we done a lot of commits now. Even just a few minutes ago, we added, see, what is this? Git commit -m add F17 now. So you see it created some commit ID. It said it is in created some mode something. So if you go ahead and try, let's say git show, very important command, mostly asked interview question also. This is one of git show command is used in two purposes. Two use cases are there. So when you try simple git show and you press enter, it will show you what is the last commit or what was the last commit that you have done in your repository. So you can see it is showing your commit ID. I told you now each commit shows some commit ID, right? So commit ID. So that's a commit ID. Who has done this? So and so, and his email ID is so and so. At what time he has done, date and time zone. And what is a commit message? And this is an empty file. We did not create any stuff. But let's see, guys. Let's see. ls-l. I'll wantedly pick up this weekdays. Okay. Just observe what I'm doing. Observe first. File number 1. Weekdays. Right. Escape I. Do you remember that earlier we committed only till Friday? Yesterday we committed this file with only the data says up to the Friday only. Correct? So that means that snapshot is saved, which shows only Monday to Friday. Now what I'm going to do is I'm planning to add something like this. I'll put a line and I'll say Saturday and Sunday, and I'll save this file. Okay. Now when I fire git status, what are you expecting? Very, very interesting from here. So if I type the git status, what are you expecting? Do you think it will say untracked file? Tell me guys. Do you think it will say untracked? So keep in mind, untracked message only you will get when that is a new file. So did I create any new file of file 1? Tell me, did I create a new file or did I modify a file, existing file? Modified. So when you modify, that's the reason it says modified. Nowhere you will see this message that says untracked. See? You understood now? It is saying that you have modified. Okay. Whenever you have already committed earlier and you're planning to open that and make some changes, then definitely it will say it is modified. Okay. If your modifications are okay, then I'll go ahead and put it in the staging. So let's say file 1, right? Went. Then a copy of the file goes into the staging now, right? That went. Now I want to commit. So what I'll do, git commit -m. I'll say added Saturday and Sunday. Then I'll say file name, whatever it is. Done. Got it now? Now if I type the git show, you see it will show the only the last. I repeat, git show is very important command which will show you the last commit that you have done. And keep in mind, git show can be handled in 2 use cases. We are just talking about only first use case. There is one more use case which we'll talk tomorrow class, not today. So now you see this commit. So this is the last commit, right? And this commit was done by this person, and this is the date and time, and the commit message is this, and this commit was done on which file. That file will show here, the file name somewhere around here. And these are all the internal things of the Git, so you can ignore, nothing to be worried for us. What that is, it looks like algebra, nothing to be worried. So the file name will be shown here or here. And then it is saying, see, plus symbol. Plus indicates that you have added the content. So that means in that transaction, I have added. In this commit ID, I have added Saturday. In this commit ID, I have added Saturday, Sunday, and this line. That's the meaning. So this commit ID has a reference of this addition of the content. Make sense? That commit ID is trying to tell us that you have done some transactions. Shall we do one more example case? The same file I'm opening. Same file. Okay. And instead of, let's say, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I'll wantedly delete Monday and write Jan, and wantedly delete Tuesday and write Feb, and wantedly delete Wednesday and I'll write March and save this. If I type git status, what is going to say? Is it untracked or modified? Untracked. Untracked? No, it is modified. Got it? Because existing file was modified. Now go in and add this modifications if you are happy. Then git status, it is telling you that it went into the staging area, and from there push into the commit area. We'll say what we can say: removed Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, and added Jan, Feb, March. See, I'm writing my remark column or the commit message correctly. Then I'll say file 1. Done. Now if I type the git show, definitely the last transaction that I done on the repo is this one. I know. See, commit ID, right? Some commit ID. Each commit that you do will carry some commit ID case. So this is so and so percent removed so and so, right? And you see the here now from here to here, just to make an observation. For Monday, there is a minus. What does it indicate? That means in this transaction, we have removed Monday, we have removed Tuesday, we have removed Wednesday. Then there is a plus symbol. That means we added Jan, we added Feb, we added March. There is no plus symbol for Thursday, Friday, and the rest of the lines. The reason? Any reason for that? There is no plus nor a minus for Thursday, Friday, and rest of the lines because we did not touch them. Make sense, guys? So the transaction is telling you that committed is telling you the snapshots. Got it now? Are we clear on this? So git show will help you to understand. See, this is one commit is one version. See, this commit ID. So let's make a note of the numbers, guys. Okay. I'll just say an example. Just now, okay. Just now we added some Jan, right? Jan, Feb, or March something. So let's imagine that commit ID is 123. Okay, 123. Then we added earlier Saturday and Sunday something. That commit ID imagine something like 456. And already we added some content from Monday to what is that? Monday to Friday already yesterday. Let's imagine that is 7, 8, and 9 like this. So just numbers, guys. So if I call 1, 2, 3, if I call the file called 1, if I call the commit ID called 1, 2, 3, what data you will see? What are we expecting? So 1, 2, 3 commit ID will represent the snapshot of what changes are made. And if I call 4, 5, 6, it will show from Monday to Friday along with Saturday and Sunday. If I call 7, 8, 9, it will only show the Monday to Friday. This will experiment tomorrow, not today. Got it now? So we'll try to continue this topic once again tomorrow, guys. I just gave you the glimpse, but you guys should be happy with practicing of this today. So to summarize, we came to know how to push multiple files now, right? And we came to know how to push multiple files which are huge head count is there. And there is one more called, we came to know how to see the files in different layers, guys. And we came to know what is the other one? What is working directory is clean. This also we understood. So working directory is clean. If it is a Windows operating system, guys, you will get a message like working tree is clean. That's the only difference. WTC there. If you're practicing on Windows architecture machines, you will get an error message that says working tree is clean. Got it now? Okay, so I'll stop it here and let me update your notes. So 1 second. So what is your batch code, guys? Is it 31 or 30? I guess in 31. So what is today's session number? Quick, guys. Session number is 14. So let's take the first questions from chat, guys. So any questions, please send it to me. So Rohini, I guess I already sent you the notification. Maybe you're not checking properly. You have to check your inbox. You have to check your spam and you have to check your junk. Already your email ID has been done here. So what's your name? One second. Just I spoke to somebody what's that name? Rohini. Yeah. So R I need to see. Is this your email ID? Please confirm, Rohini, is that your email ID? So you have the, I guess, already the notes access is given. What is this? Rohini Kunzu 08. Why 08? You updated your email ID. So what is the email ID that you given for Nourish IT registration? Given this, so you also updated. Okay, fine. So that means he updated it actually. So I need to update here. Okay, done. For you, it is done. Okay, so next, what's the next question? So Arjun, I guess for you also access is given. So what's your email ID, Arjun? Okay, it is done. Okay. Then next, Sushmita. So what's the trouble, Sushmita? I contacted the admin and he said that he have updated the mail. So please send. Okay, that's not you. Sushmita, so I cannot see the machines on the left hand side in virtual VM box. Why? You did not create? Sushmita. So Sushmita, do one thing. Just go ahead and WhatsApp me, send that screenshots what you have the trouble, okay? Then let's see with the Prithvi. So Prithvi, what's the concern, man? Mobile XTerm issue. Why? What happened? It's not connecting. So literally class is done. Those who want to stay back, if you have doubts, please stay back. We'll talk or we'll clear the doubts, okay? So Prithvi, please go ahead and only this is for Prithvi. Prithvi, click on that link and join that link. I want to see what's happening at your computer. Quick. You guys have to be quick.